Hello and welcome to Single Parent Success Stories. Today's guest is Sheri Mills. Sheri is a heart-centered nutrition transformation coach, entrepreneur, and speaker. She's the CEO and founder of Your Wellness Redefined Inc. and the co-founder of Functional Wellness Network. Dealing with constant pain and her own health issues, Sheri discovered that through nutritional and lifestyle changes, along with amazing supplements, she is now living pain-free. Sheri offers personalized programs for each client and guides them while they implement life changes so they can too achieve the result that they need to live their best life naturally and full of renewed purpose and joy. Welcome, Sheri. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Irina. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. So share with us, who is Sheri?
Who is Sheri? Well, Sheri is a much happier person these days. I was in sales, excuse me, all my life. Not really taking care of myself, apparently. Running around trying to make a living and taking care of everything. And just a couple of years ago, I got a wake-up call. In 2019, I was partially paralyzed for several months due to my back and neck and so forth. I have multiple things wrong with me. And I had been living in pain for like 26 years and just thought that was the way of life. And no doctor, physical therapist, acupuncture, chiropractor, surgeries, injections, all this just never really fixed the problem. And I was on like 12 medications. And they weren't doing anything for me. And I don't like taking medications because I think it makes us feel worse. So I got a wake-up call. Somebody introduced me to a very cool NIH invented tool that reads your antioxidant level in your body. So I went on a journey to repair and bump up my antioxidant levels by making nutritional changes, adding more fruits and vegetables, cooking more healthy, cutting out the fast food drive-ins and the fried foods, and cutting my Italian down to just once or twice a month instead of weekly. And then also mindset, right? I started meditating and taking care of me and getting my demeanor more calm, as well as supplementation that between all three just absolutely changed my life. And now I live absolutely pain-free. I have no issues. I sleep like a baby. I'm up with renewed vigor every day. And I'm on absolutely no prescription. So it's been marvelous.
Amazing. I love it.
So I decided that I wanted to help others. If I could flip the switch on my health at 60, why can't I do that for other people? So I've always been a mentor or a leader or an advisor role. And so I thought, well, this is something that I have such a passion for that I want to help others get to that place in their life where they can really enjoy life again. They don't have to feel bad. I just really thought I was stuck with that existence for the rest of my life. And so the knowledge of knowing that I no longer have to live like that has been such a blessing. And I like to guide people through that journey. And so they reach the same end result.
Yeah. So how do you help people?
So everybody's different. Everybody's DNA is different. I went back to school and I'm a functional nutrition coach. And I also take my functional practitioners classes. So I believe in functional DNA testing and genetic testing. A lot of times our medical community doesn't do this. And a lot of times you can find different things that might be missing within your gene makeup. Like you might be even missing a vital gene that can be overcome with supplements or herbs or a dietary changes. And so we try to figure out what the core problem is that you're experiencing, right? Everybody lives with some form of pain. Is it coming from your gut? Is it coming mentally? I'm working with someone that's basically had brain trauma years ago. And whenever their stress level gets high, their brain swells with inflammation and it shuts them down. So trying to teach them how to step back and regroup and breathe and focus on calming effect, practices to help them be able to step back into their day. Everybody's a little different. So everybody's plan is different. We do things from elimination diets to mindset to weight loss. But my passion is getting rid of that pain and that inflammation and helping them build their antioxidant levels so that they're protected against things like COVID and cancer and so forth. If you're protecting your cells, if your cellular level is protected, then you can be your best self.
Yeah.
Everybody's journey is a little different.
Yes, it's so true. It's all about preventative maintenance and what we do on a day-to-day basis and figuring out what it is that, makes ourselves happy.
Yes. Absolutely.
What are some of the practices do you employ to keep yourself rejuvenated and as beautiful and radiant as you are?
Oh, you're so sweet. I keep my nutrition on task, right? That's a big part. I make an antioxidant, what I call an antioxidant shake every day, which is frozen banana. I do fresh berries, so blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I use a vegan meal supplement, meal replacement, and I put in aloe vera juice. I put in apple cider vinegar. I put in super greens. Mm-hmm. And so that's a real good boost to my day, and it's a big one. It's full, and I use rice milk, which is light and vegan. So I really enjoy the shake, and it really does give me my energy. I also really have taken the practice of meditation, mindset, and manifestation of what we want in our future, right? So I do spend about an hour every morning and about a half hour or so every night before bed practicing that, because it wakes you up with purpose and peace, and it puts you to sleep with peace. So you can get a good night's sleep, which is very important, especially for parents. We know sleep can be elusive sometimes, right? So it's important to take care of yourself, and so you can take care of your family.
That's right. Yeah, I believe in the same principles. Sometimes, when you go to sleep, you start worrying about all the things you couldn't have achieved today. What if you think about the things that did happen well, that went well today? And you know how little kids, we read them a fairy tale to go to bed. What if we read a fairy tale for adults?
Right. And I tell people, I said, turn off the blue light, turn off the TV, turn off the phone, pick up a feel-good book, not a murder mystery or something that's, heavy, something that's feel-good. If you've got to do something before bed, sit in bed and read a little bit of something, a feel-good book. So you go to bed with good endorphins and not scary thoughts or stress.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what makes you happy?
Oh, my babies, my animals. I've got animals, and they make me happy. I love to garden, and I love to walk in nature and just, hear the whistling of the breeze through the trees and birds, and, it's so relaxing. And I love music. And so I'll sit in my backyard and garden to some light jazz and just listen to my chimes ring all day long. It's just lovely.
Yeah, nice. What makes your heart sing?
My heart sing. So many things make my heart sing. My family, my friends, getting to spend time with them, doing things we like to do together. Like I have some friends who will go down to the beach when they're giving away concerts right on the beach, which is nice. And things like that. What makes me sing in my heart is the passion I have for life now, and the passion I have to help others feel the same, right? Just wake up in the morning with a big old smile, say, this is a new day, and I'm so happy I'm healthy and happy. That makes my heart sing.
Awesome. What are some of the causes you're passionate about?
Causes. I'm passionate about some of the causes that I feel drawn to are feeding children, and also saving animals, right? So those are my two passions as far as organizations that I like to get involved with. So I participate in a program, Nourish the Children. We provide actual meals to them. So if someone wants to donate, they would actually be purchasing the meals that we send and provide to the families for the children. So that is something true to my heart.
Yeah. What is the smallest thing you have done that had the biggest impact in your life so far?
Smallest thing I've done with the largest impact was probably when I woke up and flipped the switch on my health. I mean, because it's a huge impact from where I was, 12 years of visual migraines and fibromyalgia and arthritis and screaming sciatica and only 3 decent vertebrae and high cholesterol, and I was going bald and I was in a bad place. But just looking at my nutrition and making those changes completely flipped the switch. So when I thought that there was no hope. So I would say that's something small that I did for myself that had a huge impact in my life.
Yes, so true. What we put in our body all matters. We don't even think about it most of our lives.
No, and we have so much garbage available to us, and it's easy just to go through a drive-through or get boxed meals or pre-prepared meals, or it makes our life easy. It's really not hard to eat healthy. I tend to, on Sunday afternoons, I'll pre-make a lot of stuff for the week. So I have something. So when I am busy, I have something already, a salad already prepared, or, something that I can grab and eat between my meetings so that I know I'm nourishing my body and still taking care of myself.
Yeah, the food prep is important.
It is. And it saves you time when you go to the grocery store, as long as you don't go hungry, right?
Yes.
So if you're planning your meals and you pull out the ingredients and put them on a piece of paper and stick to that piece of paper, after lunch, go shopping, right? On the outside aisle for your stuff, it's really easy. It's not that hard. I actually have gotten to the point where I really enjoy preparing my dinner. And in reality, it takes me less than 15 minutes. So, and then it cooks. And I cook it in an air roaster, most of my food, all my vegetables, and then I'll bake like a piece of chicken or fish or something to go with it. And it's very easy, in 25 minutes you're eating.
Nice. What are some of your strategies that you do?
I love it. It's so easy. I'm like, people like coming over because they're like, I get a mixture of, veggies because I mix it up. I'll put asparagus and acorn squash, potatoes or sweet potatoes, or the little round potatoes, and onion, all chopped up bite size. Shake them up in extra virgin olive oil with some seasoning and put it in there to air roast. And it's so yummy, 15 minutes and you've got everything in a nice, well balanced. Nice. It goes with every piece of meat. So it works.
So you would recommend getting an air fryer?
Yeah, mine is a kind of a unique one. It's the Ninja Air Fry Oven. So it's good for 1 or 2 people. Or if you're just going to make your vegetables in that, you're going to do the rest in your oven, it'll work for anybody. Because I can make enough vegetables to feed a huge family in that tray. But I like it because it's not a deep air fryer and it's pretty good size. But when I'm done with it, I can flip it up so I get my countertop back.
Nice.
So it's probably been one of the best inventions that I purchased in the last years that has really helped me with my meal preps and I use it for everything. It bagels, it toasts, it bakes, it air fries, it air roasts, and air broils. So it really does everything I need.
Nice. So you don't need an oven. You can just.
No, I don't really not. I don't use it that often. I really don't. But if I had a big family, I would cook my meat in the oven and then my vegetables in my air roaster. Great. So it works out.
Oh, awesome. What kind of advice would you give to your younger self?
Take better care of yourself. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's sad that at our age we're learning this now and really trying to make change. When you try to make change in your older age, it's not always, some people are stuck in their way they do things. They don't like change. They think they want to do it, but they don't like it. That's why they need someone like me to help guide them through it. It's really not that hard. But the problem is if you don't take care of your younger self, it can create disease states and chronic issues that you have to overcome later in life. And that's not fun. And it can be something that takes you down a road that you can't come back from. So it's very important that you take care of your younger self and do the right things now, especially if you're a parent and you have children. We all know children like to live on mac and cheese and chicken nuggets, right? But if you implement fresh vegetables and fruit and stuff like that in their diet as soon as they start eating, you will be amazed at how easy it is for them to eat the same thing you are as they're growing up. I know that's really hard for most parents, but I've had several people I've watched do that with their babies. As soon as they were eating real food, that's what they got. And that's what they saw their parents eating. They don't keep junk in the house. So they don't know any different, right? Now, when they start going to school, they see everybody else having the Lunchables and stuff like that. And they can ask and say, you can get that occasionally, but this is what you eat, right? And by then, they're used to it anyway. It's not going to be really a meltdown for the kids, right? The kids will melt down. But I want. So it's all in how you present it to your kids, to get them on a healthy kick from the get-go. Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions on introducing it at later years?
In the later years, I remember when my mom used to fix us dinner. We weren't allowed to leave the table until we ate everything on the plate. We sat there for hours. Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I didn't like my mother's cooking that much either. So, so mix it up. If they see you cooking in an air fryer, they'll think it's good stuff, right? Because they like fried foods. Kids like fried foods. And if you're air frying everything, it's not so bad. But you can cut up a potato and onions and other vegetables, squashes and stuff, and do that and introduce them that way. And if you need to, you can always make a really light sauce to go on it. Right. And just start that process if it hasn't happened yet, right? Kids like sauce on stuff. Put healthier stuff on their pizza. Slowly integrate it, right? And I think that's the way to start bringing it into bits and pieces. Salads that have, kids typically don't like salads, but if it's got macaroni in it and some vegetables and a light sauce or light something dressing on it where it's not heavy, that can be great, especially when you're doing picnics this time of year. You're outside, you're doing picnics and different things. Chop up some vegetables in there with it and make it more of a macaroni veggie mix. Stuff like that can, that can go with their hot dog or hamburger. But, it's implementing other things, change.
Yeah. Thank you. If people would like to learn more about are there anything exciting that you're working on that you want to share?
Oh, well, I'm having an event the end of this month called Happiness Through Healthcare. Not healthcare, excuse me. Happiness Through Self-Care. And we're talking self-care here. So this is a good one. It's going to be August 31st. It's a Wednesday, and it's from 2 to 5 p.m. And it is going to be talking about how to get a good night's sleep, movement, nutrition, how you show up in life. So from cleanliness to how you present yourself, your home environment, your work environment, to give you that best energy that you need. Law of attraction, getting rid of regrets, meditation, mindset. It's all about how we show up in our lives for ourselves, which reflects and shines to everybody else we cross our path, right? So if you show up as your best self, people are attracted to you, and people will respond to you in a more positive light. And that includes our children.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. That's exciting. If people would like to find you and learn more about you, where would they go?
Oh, they could go to my website, which is www.yourwellnessredefined.com. And I don't know if there's a way to post here on the event for the end of the month.
Yeah, I will include all of the links in the episode notes.
Okay, perfect.
It will be there. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you would like to share?
No, I think it's just really important, especially as a young parent, to really focus on yourself. And it's hard when you've got a toddler running around, I know. You've got your pets, you got your husband, you got your wife, you got your house, you've got the kids, you got your jobs. It can be really crazy. But really setting a schedule for the family can make a world of difference. So your child has a bedtime and a wake up time that you need to stick to always year round. Just because they're off this week for a holiday or the summer, don't let them stay up to 10. Because to get them back at 8 o'clock, it's not going to be easy. Keep your schedule so you have your time too.
Okay.
Right? That's really, really important.
Are there any other tips for family organization? Other than keeping the schedule? I think you are right. It is important, and it's difficult in the summer months to do that because they don't have to go anywhere the next morning.
Yeah, they're not in camp or something. You still got them there, right? So you have to give them chores or activities that can keep them busy and focused on something, so you can focus on your business or whatever else you do, or make it an educational and fun. Yeah. Right? Not just wasting time, just educational and fun. I think the kids really appreciate it because they love to learn. They may not think they do, but they love to learn. So I think that's a really important thing. And the keeping the schedule, and then something else you can do when you're making that list for those good groceries and those good snacks. It's sometimes it can be a pain in the butt to take your kids with you to the grocery store. I know.
You end up with an extra thing you didn't want.
No. You stay on the outside aisles. You never go in the center. You never go by the candy aisle. I know it's hard. Checkout usually has some garbage there for that last minute, but if you get them involved in the shopping of the healthier stuff and teach them about fruits and vegetables, spend a lot of time in that area of the grocery store, teaching them what they are, and ask them, well, would you want to try one of these? These are really good. Let's try this. And I think it makes a difference in how they value food as well. So sometimes it's a really good idea to take them with you, as long as you make it an educational trip as well. Not just rush in, get what you need, and get out. Because it never works like that anyway. It doesn't. And the longer you linger, the longer they can wander around and come back with something, a box of ding-dongs or something that they must have, right? No.
Yes. Yeah. I usually like to do shopping alone.
I know. And a lot of times people can't go shopping alone. let's say a mom that's got a husband that works and she's an at-home mom, she usually has to take the kids or get a babysitter, right? So when they're around 3, I say it's a really good time to start integrating the practice of learning about fruits and vegetables, because they're starting to have more availability in their mindset to really learn and pick up on this. And if they see you're enjoying your healthy food, they want it, whatever you're yumming over there. What do you got that's so good? And you can make healthy desserts, you know, and healthy snacks that they can snack on. This is all doable. You know, they can get a box of raisins instead of a box of cookies. Kids love raisins.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just be mindful of that. You know, start them young, integrate them in that, you know, include them in the shopping and integrating those healthy things, and tell them why. Tell them how good they are, not how good they are necessarily for your body, because that's not something they're going to comprehend, right? But how yummy they are.
Right.
They explode with flavor, and like, you know, blueberries explode with flavor, and you know, get them into that, because kids love those candies that explode in their mouth. Blueberries do the same thing.
Good point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing. It was a pleasure of having you.
Absolutely.
Any last words?
No, I think taking care of yourself is the most important thing you can do, and that in turn helps take care of your family.
Yes, that's so true. Because what we put in our body, what we put in our mind, it all reflects back, and that's the kind of person we show.
Yeah, and being a new parent can be tough, so you got to take your time to meditate and mindset. And if you don't know how to meditate, some people can't do it on their own. They need a guided meditation. YouTube's full of it. You know, Google it. You'll find all sorts of great programs on just guided meditation or hypnosis to help you keep the calm and the balance in your crazy world, so that you take care of everybody in the best way you can.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Irina. I enjoyed being here.